Our next speaker is Aleksei Chernobrovov, consultant on analytics and data monetization, speaker, lecturer, and founder of Yandex Market. He is teaching top managers to understand data science, and data scientists to understand business, analysts to love mathematics. His talk topic is intelligent applications with AI, unit economics, is one of the most important indicator for a retailer. It shows profit per order, deducting all variable costs, purchase, logistics, storage, marketing, and others. For the retailer, the UE indicator is critical, especially if it is around 0. A/B test is an important approach for improving various business indicators. However, they contain many problems. For example, network effects. When groups A and B influence each other implicitly. In the report, I will talk about, Aleksei will talk about the network effects that arise during A/B tests for UE, how to work with them, and how to evaluate the results correctly. Aleksei, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Hi everyone, do you hear me? Okay, so it was a little mess. I don't founder with Yandex Market, of course. I just work with Yandex Market as an operation and effective analytics, and I have very different position in different companies. So I will talk about A/B test for unit economic few words about me. I'm generally render a consultancy service for different companies with data monetization or build data science team. And now, as I said before, I work with Yandex Market, and I find some very strange problem actually, because if you provide a lot of A/B tests, you can find some special cases when A/B test is work incorrect, and I want to tell you about one of these cases. Let's discuss something. Who knows what is A/B test? Please raise your hands. Oh, a lot. It's great. And who knows what the network effect is? Oh, 2 guys. Okay, it will be interesting. And the last question: who work with A/B test with unit economics? No one. Oh, okay, okay. It will be interesting, I suppose, and we will discuss about it. Actually, unit economics, it's mostly for e-commerce, but for retailer, but our services use it too, and it's very worldwide topic, very widespread topic. So let's start from A/B test. A lot of us know about A/B test. I will be very fast about it. In general, if we talk about A/B test, we want to divide users into 2 groups randomly, and wants to, for one group, provide one version of our product or one version of our discount on our modification of our product, and for group B, we and provide our version, and after that we want to compare a result of these groups and find the best group, and after that apply it for whole business. And very important, if you talk about A/B test, it's that groups should be independent. So a user from group A don't affect to user from group B. It's very important, and actually, in general, it's very simple. If we separate groups randomly, it's almost correct. But I know some cases where it's wrong, and I will provide one of them. So I don't want to deep dive in A/B testing. Of course, you can just Google about it, because a lot of articles, a lot of textbooks about A/B test, and of course, you know about P-level and other things. We just skip it, but of course, we should know about it. And in general way, we can imagine that A/B test it's just a two distribution of some measurements, and we just compare it and find what the best. For example, on this slide you can see some distribution. It's normal distribution for group A. It was A/B test for conversion rate. Its conversion rate was approximately 2, and group B was conversion was better, and we think that group B is better, and we want to apply the result of group B for whole business. And it's general way how we use A/B test in practice. Let's talk about network effect. It's not very popular thing because actually not a lot of businesses face to the network effect. So in general, network effect is the situation when the user from one group affects to group for user from group for other group. And in this case, of course, we broke our statement about independence of group. And of course, if the influence is significant, we can understand the result of A/B test can be invalid. There are two well-known cases about network effect. First, of course, it's a case from social network, because it's by design of social network, each user can connect it to another users and of course can influence it. And the second one is not so popular, but it's case from delivery services or taxi services when we have boundaries of supply, for example, and user client of taxi can watch the network effect when some A/B test provided, because actually users independence, of course, but they use supply, and if we provide some for example, some discount for one of group of users, the second one don't see this discount, but first group use taxi more often, and in this case it's influence for our group. So about social network, of course, we have a lot of information, because actually the network, as I said before, is a base of social network. And of course, for example, if we, I don't know, for group A, we show a lot of advertising, for example, and for group B, we doesn't do this, we can see that group A, for example, spends more money for us because we show a lot of advertising. But in this case, they spend less time for friendship, I don't know, for messengers, for likes, and of course they have friends from group B. And in this case, of course, it's effect to group B, and we can see that our modification of version A provides some unpredictable result for group B. And actually this problem particularly solved it, and it's very important to understand the real experiment to try to solve this problem. I don't have a lot of time to deep dive on this problem. I sent a reference at the end of my topic to articles, but the general way is to build a special graph, a special techniques to isolation this effect. For example, LinkedIn use ego clusters, Facebook use some commuting zone about users in the United States, and actually it's particularly solved, but it's very hard technique, and we don't have a lot of time to deep dive for it. And the second one, it's about ride-hailing or taxi drivers or carriers company, delivery companies. And as I said before, for example, if we decrease the taxi price for group A, users from group A use, for example, full supply, and in group B we see the effect that users unlike our services, because they see previous prices, very high prices, but they cannot use a taxi because users from group A use it more often, and it's a problem. And how we can solve it? It's well-known techniques. It's switchback test. It's not A/B test. It's special technique for testing this effect. And one of the first company who provides information about it was DoorDash, but a lot of taxi services use it. It's like Uber, Lyft, and Yandex, and our company use this technique. In general way, we want to switch between version A and version B randomly, and for example, for taxi service, we can divide our map for different version from group A and from group B, and randomly switch between this version. And users can be in group A at one moment, and the second moment they can be in group B. And with randomization, try to reduce the network effect. And in general, it's a normal way to work with A/B test for this case. But of course, it depends on services and our features and of current experiment. And let's talk about network effect in unit economics. Actually, I want to provide about while discuss previous two cases. Actually, it's a very popular case and it's well-known cases. But this case, what I will provide, it's actually I first time phase 2 and don't find any reference and any topics about it. And actually, we can find network effect in simple retail when we use as a measurement unit economics. So what is the unit economic? Actually, it's very popular measurement and a lot of investors pay attention to unit economic. In general, unit economic, when we want to get some measurement, some profit of businesses and use some unit. For example, if we talk about I don't know, taxi, it's a ride. If about a social network, it's a user. If about e-commerce or retail, it's a user or order. And we want to understand, have we profit per order or have we profit per user or have we loss? Why is so important? Actually, it's a very simple indicator. If you have unit economic with greater or 0, it means you can scale your business because each order provides each profit. If you have unit economic less 0, it means if you scale your business, you will provide a lot of losses. And a lot of investors pay attention to this measurement, and the third opportunity of this measurement, you can easily find the break-even point if you use multiply unit economic of n, then where n is number of orders. You can find that's easily formula on the slide how to find the break-even point, and it's important for investors. And simple unit economic can understand as with diagram. So you have revenue for your order, and you have some costs. For example, cost for delivery, cost for buy item, cost for packing, and other costs. And when you decrease your revenue for this cost, after this this procedure, you can find your unit economic per order. And it's simple, popular measurement, as I said before. And actually, it's very important to mention that we have two types of costs. First cost is variable cost that we can easily attribute to the order. For example, it's delivery for for warehouse to client. It's advertising cost. Actually, advertising cost we not can easily attribute to order, but we can use some approximation technique. We can use different sources from I don't know, Google AdWords or Instagram, and find what kind of our advertising was spent to different type of orders, and use some approximation to do it. And the second one is a fixed cost. Actually, if we read popular articles about unit economic, we don't should use fixed cost and unit economic, but in practice, we, if we talk about retailer, of course we cannot do it, because actually, if you rent warehouses, it's a very expensive cost for you. If you use, for example, I don't know, a rent truck from Belgrade to Novi Sad, you use it every day. You cannot stop. If your truck is not full, if you're half. You don't have a lot of orders, you always use it for a fixed cost. And why it's so important, I will provide in the next slides. So in this case, we get another network effect actually. And it was very surprised for me because actually a lot of retailers provide A/B tests for unit economic and don't mention for it. The problem is if we want to provide a simple A/B test for revenue or conversion rate or other metrics, and divide user into two groups randomly, it will be 100% correct. Because we don't see any significant effects to each other from different group. But if we provide A/B test to unit economic, it will be incorrect. And it's a little paradox. And I will provide a simple example how we can detect it. Just for example, it's model example of A/B test on unit economics. We can see important numbers. For example, we have for version A numbers 210 million. It's our revenue 105 million. It's variable cost, and 100 millions it's fixed cost, and 10,000 of orders. And we can easily calculate to unit economic per order. It will be 0.5, and the same result of version B. And so it's easily A/B test. If we provide it for revenue, of course, we choose version B. If we talk about simple calculation about unit economic, of course, we should pick version A because it's better than version B. Do you understand why it's incorrect A/B test? Maybe some ideas? Okay, who will choose version A to provide in production? Okay, who will choose version B? No one? No one version? Okay, so actually we have a fixed cost, and a fixed cost bounded two groups. And in general, fixed cost will be fixed by definition. And of course, if we use version A, because it's better by unit economic and apply it for whole business, it will be a very strange effect. Actually, we can see that if we apply version A for whole business, we can see that our unit economic will be less than 0. It will be negative. Why it's happened? Because actually we have fixed cost, and when we apply our version A to whole business, and for group A was before and for group B, we should recalculate our unit economic, and in this case we easily see that network effect is working, how it's worked to different groups. And of course, if we apply version B, it was surprised, but we have better unit economic when we apply version A for two groups. It's paradox because actually if we use simple technique for A/B test and don't think about network effect, of course we should choose version A. But in practice we can see this network effect and try to solve this problem. Actually, we cannot use switchback testing because we don't have ARS, and switchback test is specific for taxi company or delivery company. We cannot use clustering because it's specific about social network, and our users actually don't affect to each other because our network effect is part of our fixed cost. And in general, we have two very simple solutions. First of all, we can use logic, as I said before, just calculate our example and what will happen if we apply our version A for whole business or our version B and just compare. But in practice, better use the second approach. It's just build a prediction model of unit economic. Because actually it's not very hard, and for A/B test it's necessary if your fixed cost is important part of your unit economic. Actually, builds a predictive model of unit economic dependence on order in general very hard, because we have a lot of unpredictable thing about advertising, about our clients, about distribution of city, about discount, about Black Friday, I don't know. But we can build a local model for not very big changes of our numbers of orders, because actually if we talk about A/B test, we try to apply some very smaller not very big modernization of our business. If you want to provide very big modernization, of course, it's not a A/B test. It's just a very big research how we will do it. And actually, if we talk about unit economic, actually a variable cost can be not simple to attribute for our orders, because for example, if we talk about advertising, actually, if we go to, I don't know, our marketing department and said that we want to spend more money for our clients. I said, okay, but cost per order will be expensive because before it we use most effectively channels. And of course, if you give me $2 million extra budget, of course, our cost per order will be low. Greater, and it was not very effective. And actually, it's very simple to, in general way, to get a prediction model. First of all, you need to get dependency of your revenue from N. It's simple because you can use in simple way just average order value multiply on number of orders. It's just simple linear model. And for each variable cost, you can build a simple model. If cost real variable is just constant, multiply by n. If it's not a linear model, you can use logarithmic approximation. It's just a simple approximation without any hard ML tools. And in the end, you use fixed cost, and after that, when you get your unit economics, total unit economics depends on n, you just can divide by n, and in the end you get a simple prediction model for using an A/B test. And that's the solution of how we can work with A/B tests nowadays and don't work with fixed costs, as I said before, and don't face to network effect. So let's go to some conclusion. Actually, you need to be very attentive to network effect, because actually a lot of cases when network effect is implicitly, and you can find it only if you very deep dive in your experiments and don't use special tools for A/B test and just watch on metrics. And of course, it's very important to find the different limitation of user, find the different dependency, and for example, as I said before, fixed cost can be with provide with dependency. And it's actually very easy to build predictive model for unit economic, and it's easy to build for local changing of number of orders, and use to find how we can improve our business with A/B test for any measurement, revenue, conversion rate, A/B test, and others. So that's all. On the slide you can see my contacts and write me or use social network with network effect, of course. And I provide in this presentation a lot of links how different companies works to the network effect, and if you have interesting about it, of course you can use these links. It's a very important part of A/B test and to work with experiments. Thank you for your attention. That's all. If you have any question, just discuss.
First of all, thank you for your presentation. Yeah, maybe I have two questions. First, actually, maybe you can fix this unit economic problem with total cost for users when you don't have kind of memory with time-based A/B, so you can switch from.
In general, yes, it depends on the experiments. For example, if we provide discounts for clients, we cannot do switch by time series, because it's a very strange situation when I send a discount code, but it's work only on Monday or Friday. It's very strange. But in some case, we can use it. It's strong.
Okay, and maybe one more question. So maybe, maybe you now just give a solution with some modeling, so you incorporate modeling risks. So maybe is it just better to switch to another metric if this metric does not work well?
Actually, no. It's one of the reasons. Actually, unit economics is one of the important metric because actually, if you want to increase revenue, it's very simple. It's not a goal of business. If you want to provide a scalable model, you of course should work with unit economic, and it's why it's so important. It's more important than the profit per unit or other metrics because actually you have a lot of costs. And if you talk about retailer, of course, delivery or warehouses is a very huge part of costs.
Okay, but maybe you can just calculate like your revenue per user and after that, based on it, reduce costs. I mean, EBITS revenue per user and after that reduce costs for...
No, actually no, because if we significantly change number of order, and we work only talk about order. We cannot do it because we can mess. Because, for example, we just increase revenue and decrease number of order. And in this case, it's very good because we increase number revenue, but our fixed cost per order will be increased too. And in this case, we should very accurate work with it.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Thank you for questions.
Thank you, Aleksei. Here is your certificate of appreciation for your engagement in DSC Europe 23. Thank you so much.